If you have any problem with amp sims crackling, hissing or making bad noises, this pedal might help you. It did for me. This is the Tonex pedal. It was released by Amplitude in 2023. It has a lot of functions, but at its core it uses amp sims but in a physical unit. It's also an audio interface, and if you want to see how to set all that up, I have a video around just that, and I will link that in the description below. Before, when I used an ordinary audio interface, I had a lot of problems with tones crackling, especially at the end of the tone, and especially when using high gain tones. So if you have the same problems, you might want to stick around. In this video, I will compare how it sounds when playing only the amp sims within the physical unit itself. Then I will see how it sounds when using it as an audio interface directly into my DAW and using neural DSP amp sims. And lastly, I will compare everything with my Volt 1 audio interfaces, again into my DAW and using neural DSP amp sims. I'm out of breath. Okay, Dave from the future here. This test did not go as expected, so stick around and see what the test really showed. Back to the video. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this did not go as planned. Before, my experience was that when using an audio interface like the Volt 1, had a lot of artifacts in sound. It sounded terrible at the end of the note, there were hissing, buzzing and so on. I didn't really get that now. I think that it sounded great when using my Volt 1. I think it sounded great using my Tonex as an audio interface. And maybe even a little bit more sound or like sound artifacts when using the Tonex physical unit itself. And also I think that the sound I heard now was more than amp sound, because when listening to other channels, YouTube channels with these kind of amps, this is more like an amp noise. And before, the crackling noise were more like an unnatural ending to the tone with the crackling and hissing and so on. Now it's just more like the amp noise, which I think it should sound like more natural. So the purpose with this video was to show you how I solved the problem with amp sims, but it seems like I don't have the problem anymore. And it's so strange. I have it's the same apartment, the same technology. Well, maybe this is a new screen. So it might actually be, I have a new monitor, new wide monitor. That might have been an issue. I just thought of that. So, but before I tried to change monitor as well. So, well, I'm not sure really, but again, I don't have that issue anymore. So the purpose with this video was to show you how you can solve your problem with amp sims using a Tonex pedal itself. But I don't really know what this test showed before, as the problem seems to have disappeared mostly. But previously, this really did help. That using the Tonex pedal, which sounds everything from the pedal itself, sounded a lot better when I had amp sims in the computer via audio interface. So I still think that if you have the problem, you have tried everything else, it might be the way to go. But again, this test didn't show that. This test just showed me that everything sounded great, right? Hopefully this video still gave you some information, some value. If it did, please consider subscribing and have a great day.